Welcome back, everybody, to another Pop the Top beer review with your boys. It's the Brews and Boys. Your boys drinking the brews.
The boys and the brews, whatever it's called.
Yeah, boys and the brews and the boys with some brews and brews with a couple of boys. Today, my turn.
Okay.
So I went and retrieved something that we've had before.
Okay.
No.
I'm nervous. It's my first
Pop
time.
on this.
Speaking of first times,
Definitely
if you haven't seen the First Times episode, check that out.
Yeah, 100%. Close your mouth.
Oh, yes, that's right, yeah.
Boy. Okay, we got. There we go. Well, a little bit of that. Okay. One. Okay. Oh, shit.
I don't know what to expect. Actually, I think I might know. Hold on.
I just
Fetzlock?
bottle flipped that bag onto the floor, so I'm pretty happy. It's gonna be a good episode. Open your eyes, baby.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to have.
Really?
Okay. Very nice.
There we go. A little Labatt's blue.
A little Jonathan Labatt for you boys.
Jonathan.
Hit me. Hit me, baby, one more time. Alright.
I could smell it immediately. As
Yeah.
soon as I opened that up, it was like, hi.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Classic 5%. 1847. What a year.
Right here. What are you doing?
Wait, okay. Hey, how are you? Not so much as a fuck you, how you doing, what do you need, nothing. Guess what? Labatt's Brewing Company. Well,
You think so?
Halifax, it says, indeed, right on it. What is that? Quality brewing, yeah, I guess. Contains barley. That's it? Just barley?
Org.
Just barley? No, nothing?
Probably. Must be. It's just barley infused with more barley, and it became barley water.
Do they like squeeze barley? Or are they like soaking it in some water?
Probably.
You think?
Yeah. Well, they probably soak a lot, like all the ingredients in water, and then they just like mince it the fuck up.
That's what I was getting at, like only
Yeah.
barley? But it just says contains. It's not the ingredients.
So, is barley like a?
It's like a wheat.
Yeah,
like
I know,
a
but
grain.
like all this shit, if it has barley in it, it's like contains barley.
Oh, it's
So,
like an allergy? Is that
Yeah,
what you're
it
saying?
must be like a heavy allergy or something.
Probably.
You get some rain outside, I think, so I'm gonna close this window.
Well, there's, it could also be like for the sake of like gluten-free people. I don't,
Yeah,
maybe. They're just
I
trying to
guess.
like put a whole disclaimer on that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because like not all beer has wheat. Like there's wheat beer, right? So barley is just like the cousin of wheat, first cousin. As long as they're not growing beside each other, it's not. I don't know where I was really going with it.
What do you think about Labatt's Blue?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a little like, I don't know.
We haven't had it in a while.
No.
And it's not what I remember it being.
No.
Not
But
really.
it's almost not like strong, but it's like kind of like there's like a little harsh thing to it.
Yeah.
Like it's got like the flavors like right there. It's not just like it's a beer. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, like when you first said, you're like, oh.
You're like, there's something happening in here. You know?
Tell your little Labatt's Blue story.
Yeah, sure. So, as mentioned previously in one of our episodes,
It's on both sides. Look at me go.
we used to be able to buy 24 packs of Tall Boys, but it was Keith's was the only one we could find.
And it was only like that one time.
Yeah.
Like that 1 year.
Yeah, Alexander Keith's, they sold 24 packs of tall cans like this. And it was heaven.
Yeah.
Heaven on earth. Like, it
And
was
that was
like
like beer was cheaper then too. Like not a lot cheaper. I think it was like $50 for that. Which in retrospect is good.
for Tall Boys, 24 of them.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, one time I was in liquor store and walking around in their beer section, the refrigerator, and in between like a couple packs of something on the ground, like in like a corner, kind of on like the inside corner, there was a 2-4 of tall Labatts, just like sitting like in between a couple things. It was the only one there.
Right.
I was like, oh. I was like,
yeah.
Oh. I was like, So I take it.
Got a little horny there.
Yeah, because I was like trying to figure out what to buy, so I was like walking around a little bit, and then spotted that thing. Take it, go up front to pay. The girl's trying to like ring it in. She's like, I can't, like it's not like ringing up, like blah blah blah. And then she just goes to like manually do it or whatever, and rings me up for the price of a normal 24 bottles.
Which was probably like, what, like $44 at the time?
It was cheaper anyways. Yeah. And she was like, blah, 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 like, read me the total. I was like, okay, beep. Yeah. And then walked away.
Yeah. See ya.
Fully knowing that is not what I should have paid for that whole 2-4 Labatt's Tall Boys. Like, I was like...
you know, some God was looking upon him that day. Like,
yeah, the beer...
Let's give him a break.
The beer gods were smiling down on me that day, for sure.
Because I know that in the store, when they sell cans individually like this, they come in 24 packs of tall cans. And they just open the pack, and you just like they sell them individually and put them on like the fucking little dispenser rack thing.
Yeah, so they just did not do that.
No,
they just did not get that far.
That or someone literally was like, put it there, like I'm gonna come back and do that in a few minutes, and then you were just like, ying.
So funny, but it's not my fault. They rung it up for the wrong price. It was there on the sales floor, available.
And it's not like you thought you were like, oh, I'm gonna be slimy. Like you were like, oh, they have this? Like,
oh, I'm going to pay for this. But then she rang me in for a lower price. I was like, beep. And got out of there. Yeah. Classic. Class act.
That was a godsend. For sure. For sure. He got that for sure.
Because then wasn't it the same time that you came home and you like saw a couple of Labatts? You're like, oh. And you're like looking in the fridge and it just like kept going. Yeah. And you're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, because the way that it was, like you, when he was living here, you had the bottom shelf of the fridge, and I used the top. So I had like enough groceries in my fridge, my fridge shelf, that it covered like the back half of your, you know. So I couldn't see because when I opened up, you're obviously like looking down. So I seen like a couple, and I was like, I was getting a little happy with it. And then I like bent down, and it was just like Labatt's. I was like,
yeah, because I took them out of the box, obviously, right?
So it was just fucking rows of tall cans, and I was like, how much did he fucking pay for all this stuff? And then when he came home, I was like, hey,
you're like, hi,
like,
explain.
I was like, you're just rich now, like you can just go and buy like 24 tall cans individually, which are like at that point in time were like $4 per can. So do the math.
Quick maths.
That's a lot more than what he paid for it. And yeah, and then you told me that whole story. And I was like, you piece of shit. Like, well, you lucky fuck.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. But
honestly though, so far, what you thinking? Could smell it like immediately smell like a beer we've had before. A Labatt's Blue.
In my opinion, it's better than Heineken.
Yeah.
But it doesn't taste super far off.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like it's easier to drink, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
that one's got a little something.
So let's think about that. Let's take that into account.
Oh, because we have
I'm just looking at the list.
We have a list of our ratings. So before we...
So Heineken was a 4.4. Right. So obviously, in my opinion, it's better than that.
How's the first sip? What do you think?
Like you said earlier, you could tell, you know, I'm having a party tonight. Like, you know, it's a little.
There's like a little something.
Hey, how are you?
There's a little hey, how you doing?
Say hi to your mother for me, okay? You know, like,
yeah, there's a little something to it.
Yeah.
There's a little hide your sisters about it.
Yeah, hide your sisters. Lock your doors.
Hide your mothers.
Yeah, right. But it's not. It wasn't like, oh god.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be gross. Like it was. It's still the same.
And clearly, the drinkability is all right. because we're drinking it, getting through it. Like we're not like,
Yeah.
you know, like we're getting by.
Those are to come though. Man.
Yeah, we'll have a couple beer that I'm sure are.
Not looking forward to it, but
Gotta cover the bases.
We're here for you, right? This is why we're doing this, so you don't have to.
Gotta cover the bases,
and then
right?
you can figure out, which one is your favorite based on our ratings.
You gotta figure out which beer to pick up this weekend, right?
Exactly. Start of the weekend, Friday, Saturday Eve, and no, I think it's decent.
Are you?
I don't really know. Like, do they have this in the States?
Like,
I mean, obviously, we're not just referencing the States, but like,
we're trying to broaden.
I think that's basically our demographic.
I think so.
As of right now, or looking through our analytics, it's
we're
mainly Canada and the States.
a heavy North America so far.
But once it branches out, explore.
Yeah, because a lot of Europeans like Heineken.
Yeah, like so many, and we're over here like,
Yeah, we're like, oh.
So,
like little diaper babies.
yeah.
Yeah, like kids when they cough with
Stick
their tongue
out.
out.
Like, that doesn't do anything for you.
What is that doing for you?
That doesn't help you at
it's
all.
It's not helping. Where you at, pal? You just wanna?
I'm ready to.
You just want
to do this thing.
You just want to bury them here.
Yeah.
Bury the hatchet. So far, it's been fairly solid.
Yeah. Relatively easy.
But at the end of the day, this will be a huge. Like, this is like 60% of the final grade, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in the exam, this is at least 50% of the final grade. Like
the
slammability.
Like, this is where you're gonna like either find out if you passed or failed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll give it a 51% of your final grade.
Yeah.
Is the final slam.
And see how long it lingers for.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think.
All right.
Take 'em and sink 'em.
Let's go.
Hit it.
I love it more than I thought I did.
Yeah. Me too.
Excuse me.
Like, actually not as bad as I was thinking, but it is lingering.
Yeah. Easier to finish than I thought.
Yeah.
But man, it's pitching a tent on my taste buds right now.
I'm pitching a tent in my pants right now.
It's camping out for the weekend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, you could smell it right away, but it wasn't like it just...
Yeah, it was like a
little pungent.
Yeah.
The first taste, you could tell something was going to happen, and it happened, but it wasn't a bad thing. Can't really complain. Drinkability was same as the first sip, something's going to happen. The chuggability, how are you feeling about that?
I think it was better than I thought, but it was not very good.
Yeah. I found it was kind of easy, but it's still there,
Yes. Yeah.
It's still there for me.
I was expecting something worse. So that
which I mean
was fine.
Is kind of be expected, I guess. But you get into light beers, it doesn't really happen.
Naturally. It's
not
easier,
as much
right?
Anyway. What are you thinking?
All in all, I'm thinking, everything considered.
Yeah, the jury's.
Yeah. My opinion of all the things taken into consideration, I'm gonna give it like a 5 flat.
5 flat.
Something like that.
I was thinking a 5.4.
Okay. So we can meet in the middle.
5.2.
5.2.
That's blue.
Labatt's Blue 5.2, baby.
That was
not a sponsor, but it could be.
Not planned, but that was unscripted. Because it rhymed.
If you enjoy this stuff, please check out all of our other content. Linked in the description down below.
Yeah.
And we've been the Brews and Boys, letting you know what beer you should or should not enjoy this coming weekend. Make sure you subscribe. Check us out on TikTok.
Yeah, there you go.
Very much appreciate all that. Appreciate the support. And the boys will see you next time.
For the next beer